Hey everyone, this is my scary spooky journal which I made in October. My printer busted and I couldn't use the printer, so I finished this after 31st October and actually finished it on the 13th of November. So this is bound with Coptic stitch. I purposely did it because I wanted it to be completely exposed, the spine. And the spine dangle is made up of these bones I created with I created the bones with the inners of toilet paper, newspaper, and painted over, and with acrylics, white and brown. And this is a real part of a cat's jawbone, a found object gifted to me. And here is a bouquet garni. You will know why later in a moment. Okay, garni with 4 bay leaves. Now I call this journal Witch's Brew. So here's the witch, and this is the cauldron. She's making a brew there, and here's a spider I created. This witch's abode is painted with acrylic and texture paste to create the bricks, and the floor is made with the end letters of the alphabet with texture paste. This smoke is hair that was gifted to me, and here's a real bone. So let's go into it. I think I have described enough of the cover. Okay, here is the inside cover, front cover is a raven perched on a branch, and it holds a covered promissory note or a check leaf from the 1900s. It is so fragile, so I encased it in this cover. And this is the wing of a bat. So let's go to the first page. Here is a passage from my book Encryption and Novella, and it is held by this tuck spot which has a skull in it, and these are all haunted houses. This is paper I created, like coffee dye paper, copy paper, and crushing it, and then running the ink pad over it, oxide ink. This is also this journal, my memento mori. Memento mori means remember that you too will die. Okay, so this is some writing paper I created, and it's a tag which says memento mori, and it's censored, okay, because so many things are dark things are going to be revealed in this journal as we go along. Here is a coffin buried in a hole. See, I've created this hole with 3 pages, broken, torn one by one and glued together. This was a kind of, I got inspired by Carol of, recrafted by Carol, and also Michelle and Clint, they do some kind of tunnel journal, something with like a hole through the book itself. So here is my so this is all tombstones, and journaling spots. And inside here, you get the decomposition of a human body, autolysis, bloat. It goes from like within 3 months to 1 year, depending on the amount of oxygen and various things available. Active decay, skeletonization, that's the end. So this is why it is dark, okay? So these are revelations. Here is a page I created with, I will give all the credits at the end, okay? This was created with paint and acrylic paints and crumpled PET plastic paper with glued over with glue, and then once it dries, you carefully remove it to reveal this. This is to me like a decaying pile of bones. So here's an old book page with soil conditions for various types of grass. So I thought it was very appropriate because cemeteries are paved with grass. And this, let me say now itself, because this is the first attempt of mine of jelly printing. So this was inspired by Carrie the crafter, Carrie Griffiths, and Witchy introduced me to this using oxide inks to do the jelly printing. Okay. So, the other side of the book page, and here's the pile of decaying bones, and here is a snippet strip of maggots. This is an art page I created for this journey. Here are witches, and this is part of my poem called Witchcraft. Witches were random, burnt on the stake in Britain and places at random in those days. So I thought of honoring the witches. There's also some stationery I created. And here, this is my bookmark, a man hanging from the rope, hangman's rope. I thought that was very good. And this is a, see, it is altered paper clip, hidden altered paper clip. And here, is from a ledger page from an 1800s ledger, and it is all about materials for building materials, pipes and all sorts of things. Here, the stomachs of insects and other, mostly subterranean and aquatic, small creatures. Also an old book page. Journaling card. Okay, now this is another signature. This is the first signature. The second signature, I made these pages resembling tombstones out of one signature. So it is torn into this shape. Writing spot. Journaling spot. So this digital kit is from Lenny's paper treasures, and I thank Lenny for this wonderful DigiKit. Created this journaling card out of a high-end, a brochure of a high-end condo. I thought it was quite apt. This is another journaling card I created from Antonio Makes, inspired by Antonio Makes. I thought these girls were wearing some costumes for Halloween or something, for a Halloween party. And here's another whom I think is a witch. These are real, original vintage photos. This is a beautiful page. This paper, I don't know, maybe it's rag paper. And I attached it here. And this is one of my challenge submissions to one of the Facebook groups, and I have included a coffin there. You can write at the back, journaling card. So the prompts for this challenge were things you find in the home. So the old receipt, thread, and this button I created with the other prompt, which was what do you call it, aluminium foil. Sheet music, and this sheet music is By the Sad Seashore. Okay, it's another jelly print, stenciled. This is a bleeding heart. By the Sad Seashore. And here is my version of the Addams Family. Okay. Tag, the Addams Family. Now, which way does it open? Okay, this way. Right. So this is the rest of the Adams family. Another journaling tag. And here is a pocket obituary. And over here, okay, this is covered white. This is the crime scene. Police line, do not cross. Crime scene. I think these people have gathered to either for a funeral, because this lady is in black, and this is from an Argentinian photo company, Studio Fotografico or something. So they have gathered for this at the cemetery. Funeral at the cemetery. These are pockets. Condolences. This is another water paper clip with inspiration from Pam at the paper outpost. And this is hell money, which is used by Chinese people to burn at their relatives' funerals, so that hell banknotes, so that their loved one will be looked after well by the hell gods, if they happen to go there. This is a nice, appropriate old dictionary page. And autopsy report. Here are the hell gods. He Bai Wu Chan. And I must tell you, this entire journal was inspired by my love of hard rock and heavy metal. And here they are on this tag. Megadeth. Tipping Point is the song. And this is from Avenged Sevenfold and Guns and Roses. This backing is all of durian skin dyed paper. This is the third. I think this has 3 signatures. This is the third signature. Fingerprints. This is the Gothic Bride. It's a peekaboo page. Again, some stationery I created. Here are most haunted houses. This is a real original document from the 1900s. William P. Sayre Company. Mr. Lawrence Brockmeyer, Denver, Colorado, I guess. So here is a letter written at the death of, to announce the death of Mr. William P. Sayre. So it's a beautifully written letter with this lovely signature and great letterhead paper. Look at this stamp. Held together by this belly band. Here's some braille paper, nice texture. So this is another old book page, and this is a copy of a classified section of a paper from the 1800s. It is selling various things that may be used in the funerals, white muslin and so on. Here is a recipe. It's a flip up, flip out or flip up. For mala butter. Mala butter is a offering in Sri Lanka by the Sinhalese who offer this after the performing the funeral rites of the people passed away, and that they have offered this for the spirits. The Halloween party invitation. This is a punisher, and here I have sarcophagus and the mummies, all journaling cards. Another old book page showing these people were captured by willows bowed, by the willows bowed. There's a small verse here. So these are the captured, possibly some slaves. Here is another hair note, bank note. The tuck spot. Punisher. Here is the wanted, dead or alive, not dead, alive, and a reward offering is the wild, wild west. The wild, wild west. More haunted houses and hair banknotes. another altered paper clip made as a tab. Okay. The more pictures from Avenged Sevenfold. A little bit of heaven is the song. Journaling spot. Hieroglyphics and Halloween motifs. Other side of this classified page, muslin, and as I said, things that used in funerals. Old book page, braille paper, more gel printing, Sherlock Holmes. Journaling spot. Sherlock Holmes. Appreciation. So this is the strange case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. And this is the image of Freddy Krueger. Here is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde post-mortem. And this is Edgar Allan Poe, famous poet of the macabre. He wrote all macabre poetry, American poet. So here I say about the various cemeteries that should be visited. Kete Ketsu burial site is Sulawesi, Indonesia. The catacombs outside Paris, Lafayette Cemetery, France. Catacombs outside Paris, France. Lafayette Cemetery, number 1, Louisiana, USA. The Thalamaya Mausoleum in Hungary, which is now almost in ruins. The catacombs of Gaul, Sri Lanka. Back cover full of bricks. So this is my spooky scary journal. This was actually encouraged by Pam at the Paper Outpost. I thank you, Pam, for the mojo. And now I must give credit to all the Shannon Gibson art designs inspired the art field. A peekaboo puppet and G-fold inspired by Kathleen Marvel. Thank you to Pam at the Paper Outpost. Thank you, Lenny Paper Treasures, for the DigKit. And Coptic binding by Art with Christine. The hole in the journaling card was from Recrafted by Carol. She also calls it the waterfall. I have made it into a hole. So this is the book. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Thank you for watching.